Look over here.
Ew. I like my... Oops. And that's better. Ooh. Hello, divas, and welcome to the cut part of blah 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 blah
Yep.
blah 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 blah
Yep.
blah 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 blah.
And for your translation, they said, "Welcome to the Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality. We can always come to us first to quench your thirst." They are Logan Murphy, your Say Something Gay, and they're drinking.
Oh wait,
water.
I didn't. And welcome to
Look over here.
Oh,
our exclusive companion series. I can speak again. Thank God. Thank you, Lana.
Good. You're welcome.
Our exclusive companion series where we are diving into the looks from episode 3 of DragRace UK series 6. Yes, I am Logan. I am a gay. I'm drinking water. That's all.
Period. And I am Alana. I'm a resident evil diva, and I'm here to give tea, spill tea, and drink tea because you know I love me some tea. I'm not drinking anything else because I drank my drink during the last recap, but I do have my cup mug.
I do too.
And that means we have a panel full of cup mugs. Look over here, edition. Period. And you can get your cup mug or any of our beautiful cup merch at lanagcreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And we do ship domestically and internationally, so there are no excuses. But we do know there are some excuses. If your country is on fire, under fire, or underwater, we are praying for your safety and your well-being. We give you our thoughts and our prayers. And if you can help, please do. In any situation that you can, find any donation sites where you can help those people to get back to normal and be safe. But once you do get back to normal and you're ready to congratulate yourself and have a good time, do it with cup mug. Period. Get your cup merch. Thanks.
Period. And we're gonna dive right into this runway because it's a dang good runway. But first, make sure to subscribe if you are not already, because we're here almost all the time giving you almost all things drag. And make sure to check out the description below where you can find all of our audio podcast links, our other YouTube channels, and our Patreon for exclusive content and early access, including early access to the Look Over Here episode for all the franchises we are currently covering. So, boom. Category is New Romantics. Ooh, I loved this.
I love this background and I love this thing.
Thank you. I didn't really know what to do, so I just said paint.
Period.
Sure. But we're going to dive right in. First, these are not in the order they walk the runway. Oop, thank God David's not here. First up, Charra Tea.
Oh, Charra Tea. I'm going to say it. This was my favorite look of the night. I'm just going to say it.
This was also my favorite look of the night.
I'm gonna say it. She ate with this one so bad. I was like, this interpretation of the New Romantics is so good. And she mentioned about the artist that she was
Leigh Bowery.
Yes. And I was like, love it, which I didn't know about. So guess what I had to do? Do a little research to see who Leigh was.
Oh, I love that.
Make sense.
And you've seen so many Leigh Bowery references on Drag Race too. Like
yes.
there's always at least a couple girls a year that make a good Leigh Bowery reference, and Charra is one for this year.
I love that because I had no idea who that was. And so I love learning. And so I love doing some research. And I was like, this is great. And I liked her entire interpretation of it. Mm-hmm. This was great. When she walked out, I was in awe. I gooped, I gagged, gasped. Mm-hmm. It was beautiful and it was done well. It looks good. And rhinestone from head to toe. What else can you ask for? Favorite look of the night.
Baby, I am so mad that Charra wasn't in the top, and she really could have been, because I wanted her to get so much praise for this look. I am so annoyed by it. I love that she heard New Romantics and went Leigh Bowery, because Leigh Bowery is so almost unexpected for a category like this, but does fit so perfectly into the idea of New Romantics. And I think it's such a great homage. This head-to-toe orange is just so cool. I would have never expected this from Charra at all. She dipped into secondary colors, Lana. Can you believe it?
I know. She said, primary colors, step aside for just a second. I'll be back.
And this is I wanted to see something a little bit different from Charra, and she shut me up.
She ate
I
it up.
loved it.
Loved
I
it.
loved it.
Loved
Scores? Yeah.
Full cup.
Full. Absolutely.
Full. We started it off right because this was so right. So
you know
right.
what? I'm gonna say it. She did what needed to be done.
Done.
Period.
You ate up
Charra.
Envy. Eris would be very happy with us right now.
I was gonna say the 1 week Eris isn't here is the 1 week we're overpraising Charra.
Eris would be very happy with us right now. It was deserved.
Deserved.
Could you do it? Could you do it? Could you do it? Could you do it?
Deserve.
Period. 8 down. Good on you, Charra.
Next up on the runway, Kyran Thrax.
Somebody else who 8 down.
8 down.
I love this interpretation as well. It was very, like, even when she was talking about it and was walking, and she was like, "This is so weird and so different for me and weird." She said, "I'm cinched at the knees." Who cinches at the knees? But I'm cinched at the knees, and then this tulle and this blue and this brown and this for some reason it worked. It all worked. Now I would agree with Michelle. I wish her makeup was a little bit lighter for this. Just a skosh lighter, but this hair, this look, I loved it.
Yeah, I think Kyran looks really, really great. I had the same critique that Michelle did, so I was happy that I heard it. The red blush, it was just ever too red for something like this, and I wish she kind of leaned into this like eggplant purple that she's got going on in the jacket, and I wish we had seen those kinds of colors reflected in the blush that she's got going on. And overall, with all of the red, the makeup just looked a bit muddied this week, unfortunately. I love Kyran's mug, though. I'm excited to hear that maybe she's going to do something a little bit different. I'm excited for that. But I do love just how sharp and graphic her eyes are, and her makeup is just so interesting. So I'm intrigued to see her with maybe a bit of a softer makeup or something completely different. But the look itself is absolutely wonderful. The big bustle in the front is great. The color combination here is gorge. I loved it. Scores?
97.
94. Next up, Marmalade.
You start this time.
Oh, I love this bitch. I really do. I just was obsessed with this when it walked out. It's so David Bowie. The color palette. This is how you do the trans flag color palette correctly. This is how you do it where no one else has done anything like this. And my favorite part of this entire look is the pink triangle little insignia that she has right in the middle of her chest. Because it's such a small detail that speaks wonders to exactly where Marmalade is and exactly the people that she wants to protect and defend and represent with her drag. And every single episode, I'm falling more and more in love with Marmalade. I loved this.
This was so pretty. This was so different and pretty. I like her interpretation. I like the color scheme that she put, but I really liked her makeup of this week. I liked how she put all the different colors in the makeup as well as the outfit, and then it sprinkles of it in the hair as well, which I'm a fan of this wig. So good. It's like the colors are spreading off the outfit onto her face, into her hair, and it just all blends and goes together. I think this is such a good look. We are starting on really strong in this thing.
I know.
You just go in order of what you like, because baby, this is good.
I might have, honestly. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Sometimes
Usually I go in order of what DragLooks does. Shout out to DragLooks. But I usually mix up the order to be like what they actually walked on the runway. So I might have just gone based on their order. Oops. Anyway.
It was so good. It was very, very good. Yeah. I really liked how she looked. I love what she did with her makeup. It was a good look for me.
Scores.
Gave her a 95.
I'm going to give her a full.
Oh, okay.
I'm giving her the full. I love this. I absolutely love this look. I love it.
Work.
Next up, Lill.
I like Lil's look.
Mm-hmm.
I did. I liked it, but it wasn't as standout. It didn't stand out as much as I would have liked it to. It was a good look. I love the mermaid bottom one with that puffy train at the back. I like the pirate theme. I like how she just said, I threw everything in here. I threw pirate, I threw punk, I threw goth. I threw everything in it and made me. And I liked it. Was it a little busy? Sure. But I didn't mind the busyness of it. I thought she looked great. I wish she would did a little bit more with the makeup, but other than that, I thought she was great.
Yeah, the makeup is the one thing that I would have noted. I just would have liked something a little bit more drag in the makeup. The makeup is not bad for the period. I think it's actually pretty representative of the period. But I would have liked something just a little bit draggier. I like this look a lot. This is not my favorite thing Lill has presented so far, because I honestly think that suit is probably not going to be topped, honestly. For me, I think I like seeing all of the references from New Romantics that make up Lill. But where I'm losing things a little bit is the clarity of concept. And I would have liked just maybe taking one or two of those elements away and kind of just focus. Like if she had done like punk pirate, I think that would have been good. If she had done this like softer pirate, I think that would have been really good. It was just just a touch too jumbled for me.
Hodgepodge.
A little, I wouldn't say hodgepodge, but on that direction.
No.
But I still really do like the ensemble, and she sells it really well.
Absolutely.
Scores.
I would give Lill an 87.
I'm also giving Lill an 87.
Look at us.
Sorry, this is going to be the most agreeable episode of
It always happens with me and Logan. I'm sorry. We need a David in the mix.
And hey, guess what? We're going to agree again, because next up is Rileasa. Have you noticed, side note, they only are saying Rileasa Slaves like once or twice an episode. And otherwise it's Rileasa Slaves or just Rileasa. Have you noticed that?
Mm-hmm. I get it. I
get it.
You know, I said it before, so I said my part about the name. I'm not a fan of it, but you know, it's okay. Rileasa. This look is good. It's not my favorite look of the runway. It's not my favorite look that she's presented, because I thought she's done other really good looks. But I really like this look. I like her interpretation. I like that she still was like, I'm gonna give you New Romantic, but I'm still gonna give you Caribbean. This is what we would have done. This is how we would have interpreted in the Caribbean. And I like that. I like that she is staying true to who she is. She's giving us the braided wig, which I'm a fan of at all times. Like, you will never go wrong with the braided wig.
Or is that not just her natural hair?
Oh, that's braided wig.
Is it? Because it looks so similar. Because
that's how good braided wigs are these days.
Well, yes, and I know they're incredible. Oh. It looked very, very similar to the hair specifically that she has in Confessionals. So I was wondering whether it was a full-on new wig or whether there was something going on.
I don't know. Maybe it's extensions. Maybe it might be a wig.
It seems like it might be extensions. I'm not sure. If anyone has any clarification on it, let us know. Because
if it's a braided wig, honey, tell me where you got that from. I want it.
Regardless, the hair is herring. The hair is giving me life. I love it.
Beautiful.
I love
it.
With it. Yeah.
Look, when I come in with my new braided wig, just know I'm gonna be like, period.
Oh, the buntification of Lana. Period.
Just wait when it happens. When it happens,
I'm ready for it, Lana. I need it. I need it.
I've been looking for some really good ones. So when I come with it,
good.
But yeah, I liked how her interpretation of this. It's still not my favorite of the whole category, but baby, it's good.
I agree. What I really like the most about what Rileasa did here is keeping it still very St. Lucian and having that be the thoroughfare of all of her drag. I love it. I love that she's representing her culture so hard and so definitively and so visibly on this platform. I think it's absolutely incredible. This color palette, which is pulled directly from the St. Lucian flag, is very, very, it works. It works 100%. with the period, with the category, all of that. I will say it leans just a touch Renaissance for me. Like the period, not the Beyonce situation album goddessification. But I honestly don't mind that. And I like that she leaned that direction with it. It's not my favorite thing Rileasa has presented, but it's definitely still a very solid look for me. And this big yellow ascot is really just doing it for me. Like the drama of that alone. Ugh,
love.
Scores.
I will give her an 87.
I'm going to give her a 91. Next up, Zahirah Zapanta. Or should I say Zahirah no Panta?
I was going to say the same thing. That was the same joke I was going to say. I was like, she's Zahirah no Panta today.
No Pantas.
I like the sleeves. I like her makeup. I even like this crimp wig. But where's the pants? Where's the bottoms? I do agree.
Yeah.
She needs pants. I don't know why she decided with no pants. Or no skirt, no bottoms. But I like her. But I like this makeup. I think his makeup is good. His makeup is interesting. The makeup is stunning. The makeup makes me want to look at her face more. But
it tells me that she's more than just a pretty girl. And that is what I was fearing a little bit with Zahirah. I'm really happy to see something very conceptual. Despite not having the most elevated execution, I do still love that this is very conceptual for Zahirah and what she usually brings to drag. This makeup is so cool. The hair is so cool. I love this hair on her. I hope she does more short wigs because I actually really like a short wig on Zahirah. And even just like a chin length bob, I think would just look so fierce on her. The blouse I really like, and I love the extended sleeves. I think that's a really cool touch. Where it does leave me is the fact that she doesn't have bottoms. But am I fundamentally upset about that? I don't think so. I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I don't hate this look as much as the judges did. Because there's so much that I do still like about it. And that's kind of where I'm at with it.
Okay.
Scores.
For me, for no pants, it's a 77.
Shut up!
Don't say you were 77.
I'm giving her a 77!
Get out of my head, you!
No! Ugh.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding. Next up, Actavia. Do you want me to start?
I love Prince. I love this look from Actavia. I'm not going to even lie. I thought this was so good. And I liked how she performed it. I think her on that stage was so exciting, so fun to watch. I like this look. I like what her interpretation of Prince and it was something else she said. I can't remember who the other fusion was.
Oh, I don't remember who it was either.
But I like these lace bottom, the pants and the lace on the arms and the lace chest. I think she did a really, really, really good interpretation of this look, and I think she looked fantastic in it. And I loved how she performed it. Kudos to you, Mama.
Yeah. I love the Prince reference. I think it's such a smart reference. It's such a good reference for this. The garment is good. What I have an issue with is it's just simple. And I wanted something a bit, like I wanted the sleeves to be a bit grander. I wanted the bell bottom part of the pant to be a bit grander. I wanted, like, even the performance, like she does some of the Prince isms, and I think that was really smart to do. But I just wanted a little bit more. But what I want to point out specifically is this hair and this makeup, because this hair is so, so good on Actavia. She looks absolutely stunning. And then this makeup having this red and purple color palette here, really bringing in the purple from Prince into the eye. And then this is where this kind of like red blush situation really works for me, as opposed to what Kyran did. And I think that the mug is so good and the hair is so good. I just want the outfit to be on the same level as the hair and the face. That's all I'm wanting.
I
But
get you.
I do still think Actavia looks very clean, polished, and put together, and I appreciate that.
Okay.
And that's
Fair.
what she's given every week. So I'm happy to see that that is the level of drag we're getting from her, because she is our youngest queen.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad that we are getting a level of polish. It's not complete polish, but there's definitely a level of polish from Actavia that I'm really happy we're getting.
Work.
Scores.
I will give Actavia a 92.
I'm gonna give Actavia a 72.
Okay.
Almost matching, just I needed a 2. Extra 2. Next up, Chanel O'Connor.
Here's the thing. Chanel was smart. And I really like this. I love this idea with the ties, a tie skirt. Stop it. Such a good idea. It could have been more. I would have loved to see more ties. But I think this is cute. It's well put together. I like her face in this. I like this wig on her. This little cute little whatever thing she got in that little tiny, tiny headpiece. Funny. Great. It could have been more, but it was good enough for me. I'll say that.
Yeah, I think good enough and really solid is what I would say about this. I think I like that we're seeing a lot of this orange hair from Chanel. It makes sense. I'm glad that we have, this consistency from her. And I loved seeing it in this style. I think this big frizzy, almost 80s kind of just like big poof of hair is really, really fun. The fascinator is gorge. The tie skirt, I'm really not mad at it. I am going to say the same thing that I think a similar thing to what I said about Actavia. I just think I want the things to be a little bit bigger. I just want a bit more grandeur with it, because that does really feel New Romantics. This feels kind of very subdued New Romantics. I'm not mad at this, but this looks like the girl that was going to the Duran Duran concert.
Right. I think she looks like the girl who her friend is a big Duran Duran fan and was like, "Come on, girl, go to this concert with me, but you can't go dressed like you usually dress." And she dressed her and was like, "Yeah, put this on. You can't go to the Duran Duran concert, what you usually wear."
Yeah. And I will say as well, the makeup is a little bit more understated for Chanel in this, and I actually really like it.
It's really
I think
cute.
it fits the theme. I like that we're seeing something a little bit different from her in the mug, and I think overall it's a solid week for Chanel. Scores.
I give it an 89.
I'm going to give her a 76.
Okay. Still like it.
I like it too. It's cute.
Cute. Yeah.
Next up, Dita Garbo.
She ate this. She ate this up. This is so good. This is so good. I was like, not the houndstooth. And I'm not even a fan of the houndstooth because of being down here in Alabama. But I like this on her. This is very much New Romantic. Like Simon was like, you nailed this right on the head. This is what you would expect to see. This is so good. I love this hat. This hat is giving me life. I like it. I think Dita looks amazing. I like what she did with her makeup. I like what she did with the outfit. I like how she just put a little sprinkles of red in there to take away from just the all black and white. I like it.
I think she, as one of the only people who was alive during the period, I think she slayed it. I think she absolutely got it. This is one of my favorite looks of the night, actually. And if she's going to go out, I'm glad she went out on a really, really good look for her. Like Simon said, the mix of the stripes and the houndstooth is just so good at such the right proportions that it really just does work. The hair with the little accessories in it, I absolutely love it. And I agree with you. The pops of red, there's something about black, white, and red as a color combination that just always works, and it always feels so classic. And that really ties into what Dita does and what she presents in her drag. And I think those touches are just really nice. The silver across the face too, I really liked that. I didn't get it necessarily, but I did still really like it. I thought it was, something I wasn't expecting that from Dita. And I like that we got that from her. The pants part was just a touch ill-fitting in places, but overall, it's a really, really good ensemble.
I
Scores.
I agree. I think, but what we always say, sometimes we can't blame the girls for having ill-fitted costumes because sometimes they lose a little weight during the competition, and so it's a possibility that it fit when she got it, and then she lost a little weight when she got here. But my scores for Dita, I'm gonna give it to you. On your way out,
All right.
you're getting a full cup. Because it was good. And I really love that. And I won't be able to do this later. So you get a full cup from Miss Dita. Period.
I'm gonna give Dita a 90.
Okay.
Sorry to ruin the party.
It's okay. Dita, I love you.
Yes, God. Next up, Kiki Snatch.
You can start this one.
Unfortunately, I'm going to say the same thing that I said about Actavia and about Chanel. I just want it to be a little bit bigger. But I actually think this ensemble looks really, really cute on Kiki. It was great for her to lip sync in, too. So I wasn't mad about that whatsoever. The hair is gorgeous. All of these jeweling details that she's done on her face, I think, are really fun. I wanted her makeup. Like, I'm noticing something. And we just talked about it recently with Soa de Muse on Global All-Stars. But there is a mutedness to the way that Kiki does her face. In that I really hope we will see a little bit of Rileasa maybe helping her just because her makeup is good. I want her makeup to be elevated. I want her makeup to be like, oh my God, girl, I've never seen Kiki look better. Like, that's what I want from her. But the mug is still really, really solid and good. I am hoping that her St. Lucian sister will help her out at some point. Just because she's at like 80% with it. I want her to be at 100. I just want a little bit of warmth in the face. It's very, very similar to what we saw with Soa de Muse. Is I just want a little bit of warmth, a little bit of liveliness in the face. And the garment is cute. I actually don't mind all of the patterns together. I don't know why the judges had all this like big issue with it, but I love this kind of ruffled sleeve neck situation. The pants in this like burgundy color that match the wig. I think it all looks cohesive. I just want it to be a bit bigger, a bit frillier, a bit like grander. Like if those sleeves had just been huge sleeves, I would have forgiven the pant because then she would have been doing something similar to what Zahirah was doing. And I would have liked it because the focal point is the sleeves and the wig, and we're not really worried about what's happening on the bottom, but she's still dressed. So that's where I was at with Kiki. I don't think this is bad by any means of the imagination.
Yeah, I think it wasn't the best look. I think she could have done more to elevate it and make it better. But it's not horrible. I do agree with you. I wish she would have just did like a bigger sleeve or a big, like maybe a big poofy lace on the belt, on the boot, like a big boot cover, like lace type thingy with ruffles or something to make that, to add to what she had at the top. It's just going to be more. I do agree with you about the makeup. I do want a little bit more warmth in her face, and that's what it is. It's the warmth, because I don't know if Rileasa could help her because of there's two different skin shades and skin tones.
Yeah,
like they don't use the same makeup, they don't use the same palette. So I think that'll probably be an issue. But I just need her to. I think she's so comfortable in her very down home girl from the hood kind of.
Yes.
Home, like not even from the hood, but girl from the girl around the way kind of vibe.
It's a simpler makeup.
It's very simple. We don't do a whole lot. It's an everyday type of thing. She needs to elevate it to where it's more draggy, more on the runway, more. I'm gonna be on TV
for
type
TV
of drag.
for lack of a better term, just TV makeup.
For TV,
That's all
because
it
the
is.
makeup that she does now is very muted and it doesn't shine in the light. It needs
Yeah.
that warmth and that glow, maybe a little golden essences here and there so it can shimmer and shimmy off her face. Because one thing about the melanin in our skin, it takes to light very, very well. So if you're
Yes, it
going to
does.
put it on the, put those shimmers and that gold warmth on the face, it'll catch the light and it'll give you that sun-kissed look. And that's what you want. I think she just, what we said before, it just needs time to grow in her and she needs to be out there, get more time, painting her face and fixing her and talking to other queens with her skin tone and how they warm up their face. And then
Absolutely.
I think in a couple of years, she'll be something fierce to work with.
And I don't even want her necessarily to do like full on like banana powder for like her for her highlighting. I just want like you said, Lana, a little bit of gold, maybe some gold highlight. I just want things to feel a bit warmer. I just want like a slight touch, and I think, like you said, it'll really hit the face really nicely. I think a gold highlight, or even like a straight up, I don't even think yellow would be that bad. Especially if it's like a yellow, like a white based yellow highlight, just to give a little bit of a glimmer, a little bit of a glow. It'll really brighten up. It'll brighten up all the parts of her face that she wants to be brightened up. But
yeah, she should go talk to Queen Kong because she knows how
to do that. Someone like
well.
Queen. Who else? Like someone like Malaysia Baby Doll Fox is really, really good with, a deeper skin tone, but still, keeping her face bright. So. Yeah, not bad for Kiki. Not bad at all.
But not bad.
A much better look than last week. We can only go up from last week.
Absolutely.
And I was sad I wasn't here last week.
Well,
to give her an 11. But my score is not going to be an 11 this week. I promise you that.
Scores then.
I'm going to give her an 11 times 7, so it's a 77.
I was going to give her a 75.
Per. And last up, Voix.
Okay. This was fine. It wasn't spectacular. It didn't do a whole lot for me. I liked the puffy sleeve. I thought the skirt was just kind of there. I liked the makeup, but it looked a little dingy instead of clean and crisp like I like. But I love this red hair on her every single time. She knows what she's doing with her red hair. Love it every single time. Like the boots. Wish the skirt was a little bit more, but I enjoyed her.
Yeah, there's a lot that I like about this, but there's just a couple of things missing. And I think for me what it is I just think the skirt is a little too simple. Because I love the hair. I love how big the hair is. She's doing a bit more of a graphic eye and a big, like, sharp, angular eyebrow. And I appreciate that the makeup is different from Voix. We're getting something a little bit different. But I do agree, it doesn't feel like the colors she put on her forehead and on the rest of her face are as pigmented as she needed for a look like this. Like, I would have needed a couple of layers of this yellow and this blue going on to really get that effect. Unfortunately, it does just look a little muddied. The blouse is everything. These big sleeves are everything for me. I love the top half. The boot is cute with this. It goes with it. But the skirt, I just wish the skirt was bigger or there was more embellishment on it. It just felt a little simple. And the look overall just feels a bit safe for Voix. So, scores.
Oh, sorry, that came in very loud.
Oh, you're fine.
Didn't mean to be that loud. I would give this a 78.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Word.
Yep. Not a bad runway overall, though, and I think it's a really fun category, so I was happy that we got it. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you for joining us for this Look Over Here episode. Make sure to check out our episode recap if you did not, because we talked all things rom-com, acting, shenanigan, buffoonery. And we'll be back next week talking about episode 4. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share on the way out, and check out our description below where you can find all of our audio podcast links, our other YouTube channels, our Patreon, our social media, and where you can get your merch, including but not limited to cup mug. And with all that being said, we are going to go ahead and get out of here. So cheers.
Cheers.